Hello, hello. We are on question 34. Exciting. And now I'm on page 23. So as I look at the questions we're going to do, I'm going to try to squish 34 and 35. And I've already taken a little bit of notes on here. So I'm going to talk ourselves through this question as best I can. The most important part is basically how I decide to do the math. So the type of question we have here is a matched paired question, which means we decided to do a study of 9 people to decide if they lost weight. So I really don't have 18 people, even though you see 18 boxes of data we collected. And that's this idea of a matched pair. So we only have one person, but we took 2 different measurements on that person. So what we're really quantifying is the difference between the two. Now, it's really important to figure out, and the only place I see this is inside the questions. Am I supposed to take the before minus the after or after minus before? So originally when I looked at the problem, I said, okay, person number 1, before was 150, after 151, it looks like they gained weight. So right away I'm like, this is not good. If I'm the one doing the study, I'm very upset about that result. And then I go to subject 2 and I notice, okay, well, not too bad. This person actually lost a couple pounds, so not a big deal. The next person didn't change at all, and so on and so forth. But when I quantified this, I took 51 minus 150 is 1, because I'm trying to think that this is how many pounds they lost. And that's not really what they asked me to calculate. They asked me to calculate the number before minus after. So that's this one up here. The difference between before and after is -1, because before is 150, after is 151. So 150 minus 151 is -1. So here is if they asked me to figure out how much weight did they lose. So no pounds, lost 2 pounds, lost 2 pounds. And so one way to do this is ask myself, which one got the best result? And we kind of say to ourselves, I got some evidence that this is a weight loss success because I got some people that lost weight. So, but that's not what they asked me to do. They didn't ask me to quantify how many pounds they lost. They asked me to just stick to the formula. So I'm really using these numbers on top because I'm supposed to take before minus after. Now when I take a second look, I'm noticing that if the people that were the success, so let me circle those. The people that lost weight were subject 2, 5, 7, and 8. They were all people who had the number greater than 1. Right? They were all people that had a positive when I quantified before minus after. So my H sub O is I have a hunch. I have to accept the fact that maybe it doesn't work. So my H sub O definitely needs to be equal to 0. That it doesn't work. I have to just assume it doesn't work. So the only ones that H sub O assume they don't work is A, C, and D. Now working with those, again, my hunch is that my diet pill works, which means I think that they're going to lose weight. And that would result in a positive number if I took before minus after. So the one that's a positive is definitely D. A positive. UD or mu D is positive, so I like that one. The other reason why I like it is this degree of freedom is 8. So if I have 9 subjects, the number of people I have minus 1, 9 minus 1 is 8. So for that reason as well, I'm really liking that choice. Next question. Oh no, it's one of these power questions. So let's read through it. It says, which of the following will increase the power? So a lot of this is just, you got to memorize. So if I want to increase the power of my study, this one actually makes a little bit of logical sense. Think about the power. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to go with my hunch and prove something I believe should not be the accepted truth. And if I'm actually really doing that in real life, I'm not going to be able to take really small sample sizes because no one's going to really believe me. They're going to be like, well, you only talked to 20 people, 30 people, 100 people. So the power of my test goes up if I increase my sample size. So it's real obvious if I pick one, if this is true, this is going to have to be false. And then for some other reasons, if I increase the significance level, so that doesn't sound like a smart thing to do. But what's significance level? Well, normally it's 0.05. So, okay, so if I increase that, that means I can say, aha, I do have convincing evidence. So notice I'm going to be very powerfully able to come up, I'm much more likely to come up with evidence if I only set my significance level at 10%, which is a much rarer occurrence. So by increasing my significance level, the test is that much more powerful. I have much more strength now to show that I do have convincing evidence that H sub A is true. So if, in fact, for the same reason I believe 3 is correct, I can't then choose 4. So it looks as if I believe 1 and 3 are correct, which means I'm selecting choice D. Great job. Thanks for joining.